The Innovation Stack by Jim McKelvey. This summary is brought to you by Hook My Book. This book is about Square, a company that started out as a way for small merchants to accept credit card payments on their phones. They were successful in doing this, but then Amazon came out with a similar product and undercut them on price. But Square didn't give up, and they studied what Amazon did differently and found the key to their success, the innovation stack. This is a strategy of groundbreaking, competition-proof entrepreneurship that is rare but repeatable. Entrepreneurs and perfect problems. The author talks about the history of the word entrepreneur and how it has changed over time. He explains that when the word first came over from Europe, it was used to describe a special type of person, a risk-taker who reshaped an industry through innovation. But today all business people are considered entrepreneurs, which is like calling all tourists explorers. The problem is not just semantic, because when he talks about entrepreneurship, he means something specific. A perfect problem has a solution, but not a solution that exists yet. There are countless problems in the world, many of them have existing solutions while others lie beyond our current capabilities. But between these two extremes lie some problems that we can solve if we invent a new way. Perfect problems need not be massive challenges that affect the world, they can be trivial annoyances. The magic ingredient that makes a problem perfect is you. If a particular problem is one that you can solve, then it is a perfect problem for you. Market ends. The most interesting part of any market is its end. Why does the market stop at this point? There are lots of customers who would presumably purchase products if they could afford to, but they don't. And there are presumably lots of companies that would love to sell products to these consumers if they could do so profitably. But at some point, the market just ends. This is also the point where entrepreneurship begins. The author is describing how Square, a startup in the early stages of business, managed to succeed by not following the traditional methods of the payments industry. They were forced to invent their own solutions, and this created an environment where new ideas could rapidly evolve and be tested. It was a combination of invention and iteration. These two elements complement each other beautifully. Try something new, see the result, try something new again. Innovation stack. An innovation stack is a collection of solutions to various problems that work together to create a successful product or service. It is not something that is brought home from some management retreat. It is a series of reactions to existential threats. You build an innovation stack the same way the pioneers traveled without maps. The innovation stack is a term used to describe the 5 steps that entrepreneurs take in order to create a new product or idea. The 5 steps are identified as 1. Solving a problem, 2. Expanding the market to include more people, 3. Becoming more visible, 4. Mining the past, and 5. Implementing the innovation stack. The innovation stack can be found in many different industries, and it is often used by entrepreneurs who are trying to create a new product or idea. It can be found in industries such as automobiles, frozen foods, and banks. The innovation stack is often used by entrepreneurs because it is a way to solve a problem that is difficult to solve. It can also be found in industries that are difficult to expand into, such as the banking industry. The innovation stack is a powerful tool that can help entrepreneurs become successful, and it is important for students to understand it in order to be successful in their own careers. For example, IKEA's innovation stack includes catalog showrooms, overseas manufacturing, efficient factories, knockdown furniture, self-assembled furniture, custom design, warehouse showrooms, and winding paths. Square's innovation stack is comprised of simplicity, free sign-up, cheap hardware, no contracts, and beautiful software. They decided to forego the per-transaction fee that was charged by all the card networks and created a simple, free price for their customers. They also created a simple sign-up process and never had to fight with customers who wanted to leave. Their user interface is elegant and easy to use, and their users become their sales force. They also created beautiful hardware that went beyond people's expectations. The Bank of America's innovation stack includes focusing on the little fellow, banking for women, low rates, direct sales force, advertising, simplified underwriting, installment credit, and rapid expansion. At some point in their entrepreneurial journey, many people face the fear of starvation or predation. These fears can keep people from trying new ideas or from succeeding in their businesses. However, with a strong innovation stack and a good plan, these fears can be overcome. Copy when you can, invent when you must. Copying almost always feels comfortable, but it will never produce the thrill of invention. Copying is almost always the right answer, but it will never produce transformative change. Copying is a great thing, but it should not be our only thing. Entrepreneurship is fascinating not just because it helps us understand true innovation, but also because it may be the most powerful force on earth. The Federal Airline Protection System was created in 1938 to protect the airlines from competition. This system has had a negative impact on the airlines because it has discouraged innovation. The government wanted to copy airline companies each other. However, Southwest Airlines was able to break the system by not following the rules set by the government. They went to court and eventually won the right to fly. They were able to fly routes within Texas without following the regulations set by the government. This allowed them to be a different type of airline and provide low-cost air travel. Southwest was born outside the wall. Southwest Airlines is known for its innovation stack, which consists of maximizing aircraft utilization, 10-minute turnaround, standardized fleet, open seating, direct routes, low pricing and no food. Southwest Airlines is also known for its customer service, which is considered to be some of the best in the industry. Learning when. Schools teach how to do things, but it is difficult to learn when to do something. It is easier to learn how to do something correctly than to learn when to do something. It is helpful to learn some patterns that help you do things correctly when opportunities arise. When should we begin? There are really only two answers to this question. Now or later, now is often the right answer. In this world of highly similar products, speed is a huge advantage. If you create innovation first, economics tells us that you can profit from it only until your competitors copy you. And there is good reason to believe that you won't have much time. The history of simultaneous innovation also suggests that someone else has had the same idea, so again the reward goes to the first mover. There is no way to know when the unknown is arriving, but it will probably arrive sooner than you think. An innovation stack is a collection of different changes that are integrated together to create a new business model. Each block in the stack only works in conjunction with all the others, and the entire stack fails if one block is missing. For example, Square's innovation stack includes online sign-up, but it only works well if you ditch traditional FICO underwriting. You need to develop new models to model risk and high volume, and you can only do that with the other blocks in the stack. Copying just one element of Square's innovation stack wasn't going to be enough for Amazon to beat them. Low pricing. The main difference between pricing strategies employed by normal businesses and entrepreneurial companies is that the former usually focus on having the lowest price, while the latter strives to provide maximum value to their customers. Furthermore, while low prices are important for entrepreneurial companies, it is also important to maintain the quality of the experience. Entrepreneurial companies are focused not on their competitors, but on their customers. Even when they do respond to a competitor, they do it with a focus on their own customers. Finally, remember, entrepreneurs are people who take a leap of faith by trying something new, even if others think it's crazy. They are motivated by two things: perseverance and audacity. Perseverance fuels them to keep going even when the task seems impossible, while audacity is the courage to try something new and risk failure. End of the summary. Thanks for listening.